Wow, Steve, that was quite a week.
It was a whirlwind week, starting off, Saturday, Sunday, at the range. This is now our second day here in the shot room, show floor, and my feet are tired. Look at the folks queued up. I'm ready to hit the road and...
Exactly. I can use some new feet right now. But what really excites me is we talk about the people and the personalities, and we met them. We had a chance to interview them. We had a chance to hear their stories. We met some of the country's top shooters. We met some of the premier vendors catering to long-range precision.
Yeah. Now, I apologize, guys, if the whole video ended up being much longer than we thought. Originally we were pretty ambitious, thinking we'd talked about 70 vendors, and because of the conversations, actually traipsing across the expansive floor of Sands Expo Center, really ended up, coming up with about half that number of vendors, and just had a ton of fun learning the stories about how they got started, and developing those relationships, meeting people in person.
But what we will bring you is going to be quality stuff. I mean, it really will be.
Yep. It's going to be exciting 2015 with these new products. So definitely check out all of the gear, all of the services, all of the things that you've seen in this episode of 6.5 Guys. And remember, life's an adventure.
Stay on target. 6.5 Guys here at SHOT Show 2015. We are with Tom Manners, and he's going to share some of the new products for our audience here. So Tom, take it away.
How you doing, guys? Welcome to SHOT Show 2015. Some of our new products, we actually have about 7 or 8 new products for 2015. About half of them are geared for long-range shooters, half of them are geared for hunting, hunting stocks. Our hunting lineup has really grown. We're really kind of pushing that over the last few years. But on the long range, we actually took one of our hunting stocks from last year called the EH1. It's a long-range hunter. It actually has made the crossover to tactical. It's simple, basic, plain. It turned it into a folder. 100% carbon fiber, 60-61 hinge with a little bit of steel in it. Super strong. It's just like our folders that we came out with a couple of years ago with a steel hinge. Rock solid lockup, no movement. Comes in 2 versions, a non-adjustable version. This stock here is about 2.5 pounds. The adjustable cheek version, we're still running the Terry Cross hardware in it. KMW loggerhead hardware, simple, basic, super strong, you can't beat it. This stock with adjustable hardware, about 3.4 pounds, 3.6 pounds, right around there. 100% carbon fiber, super strong lockup. We kind of reintroduced, this is a little bit older stock. We had a lot of guys kind of asked us to bring it back. It's called the T7, kind of a hybrid stock. It's very similar to our very popular MCST stock. The MCST stock was one of the very first original stocks we did. High comb, a little bit of a palm swell, a little bit narrow fore end. This has a little bit blockier fore end. It's cut for a wide enough for a Badger EFR, a butt hook for the guys that want to shoot, pull it in to their shoulder when they're shooting prone. And then the other kind of came up with a hybrid. This is kind of a special model of our popular T5 stock. Kind of took the hook off the back, narrowed the fore end a little bit. This one's 100% carbon fiber, about 29 ounces. The adjustables come in at about 2.7 pounds.
And I would imagine that most, if not all, of these products are available in a left-hand version?
Yeah, most everything we have is ambidextrous. There might be 1 or 2 stocks in our lineup that are, kind of designed for a right-hand shooter only because they have a thumb rest. But we actually kind of design those for guys that can shoot weak hand in competition, so it actually fits a lefty. It's not too bad. All of our folders fold to the right. But even there, a left-hand guy, fits nicely in the palm.
Right.
I don't know if I'd want to shoot a 338 Leupold in all day, but 308 or something mild, not a problem at all. Another thing we came out with this year is our Savage Mini chassis. This is our DBM version, or this is actually our BDL version. We have a new DBM version coming out, like our popular one that we had limited for the last 2 or 3 years. But that's a new addition. So
And what sort of an interest do you see in your chassis systems versus your more, traditional, bedded type?
My background has always been a bench rush shooter, so I kind of come from the old school guys that a bedded gun is always going to shoot better with pillars. When we developed the chassis 3-4 years ago, I had an old 6 PPC gun that was a Remnant 700. We took it from a bedded gun and put it into the chassis, and we noticed after about shooting 100 rounds through each one, we compared the groups, and the group size wasn't that big. I mean, the group size wasn't that different, and the chassis shoot very, very good. We noticed there's about 100 thousandths variance, in the groups opening up. I think part of that was due because of the chassis, but most of it was due that gun that was bedded, that was on a 100% carbon fiber stock riding in bags, going to a T4. So I think you do lose a little bit of accuracy, but on a tactical gun or a hunting gun, tons of guys are using them, shooting quarter minute, half minute. It's convenient, it's easy. I always kind of tell guys, if you're going to build a gun and it's not going to be like a switch barrel gun or a switch action gun, save the money and go ahead and bed it.
Okay.
If it's something you want to, run 2 or 3 different barrel actions, you don't want to go to a gunsmith, get the chassis. Plain, simple, easy, bolt up and go.
Well, thanks a lot for that bit of advice there, and Tom, we really appreciate the overview of your products.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Steve here, 6'5 Guys. I'm with George Gardner of GA Precision. So George, there's been a lot of excitement with your new action, the Tempest action. I was wondering if you could tell the guys out there a little bit about it, how that originated, its manufacturing. There's a lot of questions.
Okay, this is the new Tempest action. It's a 3-lug round design. Fits a Remington 700 footprint, Remington 700 trigger. The lug location is in the same spot as the Remington 700. Even though the front extends past it, this is all a milled-in assembly. It's integral to it. We didn't do an integral rail, and there's a reason for that. We can actually take the rail out in front of the receiver, which a lot of guys want to do with the longer eye release scopes. Plus, we can offer it in 0, 15, 20, 35, 45 minutes of angle. The action lockup is super fast on this. That's what most guys want, is you get that extra speed. It's super short. Side bolt release. The bolt release guides the bolt, so there's no lugs to bind up. It's impossible for the bolt to bind inside the receiver. Here's one actually built into a rifle. Like I said, it's just super, super fast. I mean, you can run the things super fast. A 90-degree bolt would start here and come up to here. And obviously this bolt starts here and comes up to here. So it's natural when you're coming off the trigger to just thumb it with your fingers super fast and then put it back in. So we're really proud of it. We're happy it's going to do really well. Guys have been waiting for it for a long time. We've been wanting to do this for about 7 years, and it's finally coming to fruition. So,
George, 2 additional questions. So, are they available short, long, left, and right hand?
That's a good question. Initially, they're going to be available in short action right hand in both WSM and standard bolt phase. The next phase will be left hand of the same exact thing. And then last will be long action rights and lefts. I would say lefts will be next year, and long actions probably the preceding year. So long actions are probably a couple years away. Maybe a little bit quicker, but I'm being smart and saying 2 years, and maybe we'll do better.
George, tell us a little bit about the magazines.
In the 308, it's going to feed with AW double stack magazines. It's the magazines that the current AT and the AWs have always used in 308. The reason for that is double stack. It's the same length as a 10-round AICS mag. I'm sorry, same length as a 5-round AICS mag, but it's a 10-round mag. It's made for a 3-lug action. It always has been, and that's why we chose that magazine. It will not work with the AICS mags. In WSM, it's going to use a modified AICS mag that we'll have in-house that you'll purchase through us.
Now tell us a little bit about who will be manufacturing the action. There's been some questions around that.
Yeah, the question that keeps coming up is why Defiance didn't make the action. This is our Defiance V2, which is still staying around. It's in for the long haul. It's our stand-alone, the action we go to. Defiance is extremely busy. They make an excellent product for a lot of people, so we chose some friends of mine that are really good at prototyping and had the time to take on this task. That's the only reason Defiance and us are still going strong. We have an ultimate relationship with them. So I want to be perfectly clear, there's no reason that Defiance isn't doing it other than they're extremely busy, and I had friends of mine that wanted to take the project on, and I worked well with those guys.
Again, George, appreciate you taking the time to talk with us, and have fun here at SHOT Show.
Yeah, definitely. That's
Hi, 2015 SHOT Show. We're here with Defiance Machine, Glenn Harrison, president. Thanks for taking founder. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you. I'm glad to do it.
So, tell us, what do you have anything new for 2015? The folks that follow us are really interested in obviously custom action. What do we have?
Well, we've got a couple of new things. We've got a short version, which is virtually the same footprint as a Model 7 Remington. That's new. We do that right and left hand. This is a lighter weight version. You see it's still integral mounts, but just 2 slots, fore and aft.
Yeah.
That's a lightweight version. Another new thing that we've done this year is a controlled round feed with a 3-position safety. We've had a lot of people asking us for that over the years, and we can put that type of thing on virtually any action we do. Everything that we do is just pick off of a menu. So if you want a configuration like this on top that's more rigid than a lightweight, you just pick off the menu. Different tangs, different lengths. It's virtually a custom action. We do them one at a time rather than batching anything.
What are your current lead times for an order?
Well, funny you should ask that. When we got here, we were running about 2 months. I would say we're probably over 3 months right now.
Yeah. So this controlled round feed really is interesting. Is this available now?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Left hand, right hand.
Left hand, right hand. Yeah.
Awesome. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
And as configured, I mean, what kind of price are we talking about here?
Well, without the bottom metal and trigger on this one, I think we're around $1,700. That's because it's the deviate action. It's got the integral scope rail. It's got an integral recoil lug. But again, like I say, you pick the options. If you just want a 3-position safety, but you want our conventional feed system, that's not a problem. You just pick the options. So that's how the whole thing gets set up.
Okay. Well, great. I really appreciate the update, Glenn, and thanks for spending time with us.
I'm glad to do it, and I appreciate your support.
Hi, I'm John Paul from JP Enterprises, and we're here at the 2015 SHOT Show in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're going to talk about a few things we're doing here. As you probably know, if you know me, you know that I've done a lot of 3-gun shooting over the years, but we're getting more into long-range precision rifle, and our product line is going more in that direction also. Here's an example of one of our rifles that we're doing in that category. This is one of our LRP-07s. In fact, I had them build this for me. After the show, I'm taking it. So this is an LRP-07, which is 07 standing for the year that we designed this rifle. Long range precision being the acronym there. This is a 6.5 Creedmoor. We offer it in 260. We're also offering 6mm variants of this now, and of course the standard 7.62 or 308. This has a side charge system on it, which ergonomically I kind of think is superior than the top charge. Although, if somebody wants both, we have receivers with redundant charging with top and side if you feel that you really need this. By getting rid of this top charge handle, it kind of made it into a better suppressor rifle too, because it's all sealed up around here. You notice that the slider covers the cutout in the upper receiver here too, to keep all gas contained inside the receiver. So the handguard's kind of unique too, and we've redesigned that this year. It's got a much more robust attachment method, and it's tunable to bore axis. In other words, you can get the outside diameter of the handguard to match precisely up to bore axis, so that all of your accessories on the handguard are going to be true to the bore axis of the rifle. Something else here, we got a roller trigger. Kind of teamed up with Tom Fuller and of Armageddon Gear. He kind of had this idea. He wanted to do it on pistols. I said, well, let's do it on a rifle. And so this trigger rolls. And what that does, is, in my opinion, it kind of makes the trigger idiot-proof, because now your finger will roll to its center, so you don't have any lateral force on the trigger, and it gets rid of your flyers. As soon as I started shooting the trigger, I noticed my groups tightened up, got rid of my flyers. For all you people out there that want to do a home build, we're offering what we call a semi-automatic chassis system. You can buy just a stripped upper, lower, and handguard system. In other words, a chassis system for a semi-auto build. You could upgrade that and have us install the trigger. You can get some of our operating system parts. So you could take this to any level you want. If you want to buy a barrel kit from us, but if you have your own barrel, for example, so this allows the home builder to tap into these really beautiful billet receivers that, there again, get in the side charging system, which is kind of unique to us with the folding handle here, non-reciprocating. Once you try that, I think you find that it's superior to the top charge system. Again, I'm John Paul, 2015 SHOT Show. Thanks for coming.
Hi, I'm Ian Kelbly from Kelbly's Incorporated, and I'd like to talk to you today about our tactical rifles and our new Atlas Tactical Action. We just over the weekend had the Vegas Precision Rifle Challenge, which was won by Chase Stroud using one of our Atlas Actions. And second place was Marcus Blanchard, who is a Kelbly tactical team shooter, and he took second place with one of our Kodiak rifles. So what we started building for the tactical and the Precision Rifle Series shooters is the KTS stock, which we introduced last year, which is a carbon fiber stock. It's a little bit longer in the fore end than like a Macmillan A5, but is much more rigid because of how we manufacture them. We also make a quick detached cheek piece so that you can clear your breech if you ever have a jam or anything like that on a long action. Pops off real quick. We have an ultra lightweight Graco 3-way adjustable butt pad. This comes in desert camo, woodland camo, or any other molten colors that we offer. Now with our Atlas Tactical Action, what we started doing is a pin 20 MOA rail on top, so that locates the rail if you ever need to remove the rail from the action. We also cut the magazine to work with the single stack and double stack Accuracy International mags, and we also use an APA tactical bolt knob. So what we've done as well on this action is we've done 5,000 bolt to body clearance to allow more grit and grime to run through the actions, which our standard actions are right around 2,000 bolt to body clearance. We run a fluted bolt on this, which helps attract the dirt into the flutes instead of in the raceways of the action. We've also black nitrided the action, which takes the surface finish up to 84 Rockwell, allowing you to run the action dry, so you don't have to run any grease or lube on it, which keeps the grit and grime out of your action as well. This action features a mechanical ejector, which doesn't put any chamber pressure on the round, and it also fully clears the port before ever ejecting the round, so there's no dinged case necks. This also comes standard with one of our trigger hangers, so you don't have to remove the stock from the action to take the trigger out. Another thing that we've been working on is the 3-24 by 52 from March. We've had great response from the tactical shooters for that. We're just offering it in the FML, the FML1, the FMA1, and the FMA2 reticles right now, but we are currently in talks about adding some other reticle choices. So anybody that's looking for different reticles in the Great March scopes, we got them coming down the road for you. Thank you guys very much.
Hello, I'm Russ Wallace with Desert Tech, SHOT Show 2015. I'm going to show you some of our new products for the year. We listened to our customers, and this year we came out with one thing that they've really been pushing is a left-hand model. It's a carbon copy, left-hand system, exactly just like the right hand, but left-hand, so we have even more guys wanting to shoot our system. Another one is a competition-ready 10-round magazine. We did a whole bunch of research. We were able to come up with one. It's a full 10 rounds on the SRS system in the short action. It also allows more room back here for your hand to manipulate the weapon. A lot of people remember our R7 chassis. We teased it, SHOT Show 2014. We went back to the drawing boards and came up with what you see here. The weapon system's ambidextrous from the factory. Obviously this is a right-hand Remington action. There's a spacer system from the factory. All of our rifles can be used with a left-hand or a right-hand action. We're going to offer it in short action, long action, and a couple of different platforms, possibly Tikka and maybe Winchester. When I say it's ambidextrous, it's truly an ambidextrous system. It will fold one way, as well as lock and fold and capture the bolt. Our base model will be available with the adjustable butt pad, as well as height of comb. The proprietary monopod that DTA has become quite popular for is an optional upgrade, as well as the folding system. The base model is only going to weigh about 3 pounds and going to start at about $750. Okay, something I'm most excited about is we teamed up with Elite Iron, arguably the best big bore suppressor manufacturer, and he built us the DTA 375 ShyTac, or the DTSS, excuse me. He made it to mount directly to our proprietary 375 muzzle brake. For the HTI 375, only available through DT sound suppression and our dealers.
I am with Chris Reed here of Mcree's Precision, but many of you probably know Chris Reed from the second season of Top Shot, and not only did he compete, but he won.
That is correct.
So Chris, so tell us what we got going on here at Mcree's and some of the stuff that can really help folks that are into long range precision rifle.
And I have teamed up with Scott Mcree. He's a legend in the industry. I mean, this guy knows his stuff when it comes to long range precision rifles. Our primary focus is to help the soldiers in the battlefield. I mean, we make systems that deploy with our troops, and they go over there, they save lives. They are in law enforcement agencies across the United States. We supply rifle systems, chassis systems to most of the acronym agencies out there. And kind of where you're going with it is the PRS match. It seems to be like a new hot fad.
Absolutely.
Well, me being on Top Shot, and I mean, I've been a professional marksman, shooting archery competitions or whatever. This is kind of a new kick for me. I mean, I'm getting into the PRS system or game, basically.
Right.
And I've always loved the precision rifles. Learning long range stuff brings in all the environmentals and the cool gear and the swag and stuff. But with Mcree's, we have probably some of the best equipment out there. I mean, this stuff is solid. It's all made 100% in America by some patriots. These guys live, bleed, and just 100%. What did I try?
I know where you're going.
They live, breathe, and die patriotism. Red,
right,
white,
absolutely.
and blue. I mean, they absolutely love their country. We're all veterans. I was in the Marine Corps. Scott was in the Navy. Small company, but they built some awesome products. So, for the PRS shooter guy or anybody out there, whether they're a tactical agency, looking for some sniper rifles and stuff like that, we have something for them from like a basic rifle chassis, okay? And I'll show you.
Okay, yeah. So this is obviously built up, but we'll go to the actual chassis over here.
So here's a unfinished raw aluminum chassis. So this is a modular chassis that for the guy that wants to get into the game, depending on his budget, he can actually go to Walmart, buy him a Remington 700 or any kind of sporting goods store and buy him a Remington 700 or Savage. We fit like 50 different actions, and it converts his rifle instantly to detachable mags. So whenever you run these matches, a lot of guys are running 5 and 10 round mags. We run AICS style mags, so they're NATO mags. They actually lock up great. And you have 2 points of contact on this rifle. You've got your action screws, so you take off your existing stock, you take your barreled action, you drop it in here, tighten up your screws to 65 inch-pounds, and you've instantly got a precision rifle with detachable mags. It's modular. We've got a patented anti-camp device built in it.
Nice.
A lot of our chassis have the folder option, so you've got a good solid lock-up folder. You've got adjustable cheek piece, adjustable length of pull. And these chassis come in anywhere about $700-800. We're not trying to rob you on good quality parts. So,
but you can take a decent Remington 700, pop it in there, and you are in the game.
2 minutes, literally, it takes 2 minutes. We send you with a set of instructions, and you literally take your regular Remington 700, take your 2 action screws out, stand your barreled action up in it, screw these screws down that are supplied in it. They're actually captured in it, so you can't even lose them. So the action screws are embedded in it.
That's
65 inch-pounds, and you're ready to rock.
So now let's we see another product right here. Let's talk a bit about this right here. Let's kind of hold it up.
All right. For the guy that really wants the full tilt boogie, if you will, this is our BR10 rifle system. Basically, the way it works is we convert a Remington 700 style action into a custom full-built rifle for somewhere around $3,000.
So send in your action that you have.
Send in your Remington 700 action to Mcree's Precision. Talk to me. I've got a Class 7 FFL, so I actually do all of the firearms transfers and shipping and stuff on it. So you send it in. We actually convert it to the BR10 system. We put our barrel action on it. Our chassis is the same as our regular G5 or G7. You've got detachable mags. You've got a lot of options as far as Picatinny mount, flush cup sockets all over it. And the system is basically real akin to an AR-15 style rifle. So a lot of guys out there are familiar with AR-15s and they know how they work. This gives you the same fit and function as an AR-15, but it's in a bolt rifle.
And I've also seen here where you can even fit the Elite Iron
This
bipod on
is made by our buddy
and we interviewed him, so he's
Dale is great people, and this is one of his products. He actually custom made this for the BR10 rifle, so it would slide over. Can't put it on now with the bipods we've got on it, but it screws into the front of the tube up here, and it's another good solid piece of kit.
Well, Chris, I mean, we really appreciate the overview, and so for those who want to reach out to Mcree's, tell them where to go.
McRee'sPrecision.net. One other thing that we have that a lot of people would probably be interested in is we have what we call a Remage barrel kit. It's kind of like it's got a Savage barrel nut, but it's for a regular Remington 700. So a guy in his garage, without having to really go to a gunsmith, he needs to know a little bit. You can actually take your barrel off your Remington 700, get our barrel kit. It comes with a supplied barrel wrench. It comes with a barrel nut and the recoil lug. So all you got to have is a set of go gauges, go and no-go gauges.
Oh, that's
so
terrific.
If you learn how to hit space your own rifle, it takes you 15 minutes to figure it out on the internet. You get the gauges, you get the barrel wrench, you get the barrel kit for less than $500.
Instant accuracy upgrade.
Instant accuracy upgrade. All our barrels come threaded, so you can put a muzzle protector on it. We come with a thread protector.
Or a suppressor.
Or you can put a suppressor, or you can put muzzle brake, your choice. But this is a quality barrel made by CBI's Criterion Barrels, cut with our specifications on it, and they just truly run. We're getting 2,750 feet per second out of a 308 barrel, 22 inches.
That's terrific.
So,
that's terrific.
But again, I appreciate y'all stopping by. We're at the SHOT Show 2015. Our booth number is 8307. If anybody's out there, I don't know when this is going to air, but we'll be here. Good, solid company, McRee'sPrecision.net. If you go to the website and you send in a contact us request or whatever, 90% of the time I'll answer the email. If you got any more troubles, call the number. We've got it listed on the website, and we'll be glad to help you and try to help you out with your game.
Chris, thanks a lot, and again, thank you for your service.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Ed.
Hey everyone, I'm Melissa Gilliland. I am a competitive precision rifle shooter. I'm here in the APO booth with my rifle Jake here. APO and I, we've been together now for about 2 years. They specially built this rifle for me for my competition shooting. I'm a smaller female. Some of the other precision rifles weigh in around 17, 18 pounds. APO custom built this one for me. It is optics and all. I named him Jake, by the way, so I'll refer to him as Jake in this episode. He weighs in around 13 pounds. The type of matches I compete in, we're running a lot. We are shooting out of the back of cars, out of windows, jumping down into prone, coming off of prone. So the weight of a rifle is really important, especially if you're a female shooter. And like I said, with a 13-pound rifle, it's a lot easier to shoot on the different stages. Jake here, he is a custom-built 6.5 Creedmoor. He's got the AAC blackout brake on him. It's a Pinnacle series barrel. It is fluted. APO stuck the Super Sport alloy chassis on him, which also makes a lot lighter weight for him. This one has the extreme titanium action. It's a Huber Concept single stage trigger. And I'm also running the Bushnell XRS 4.5x30 with the G2 reticle. in it. I love this rifle because he's lightweight. Like I said, they specially built this one for me because of the weight. Some of the great features that I absolutely adore, especially when shooting these matches, would be the adjustable buttstock on it. Another great feature that they have on their rifles is you can adjust the angle of your grip, and also it moves forward and backwards, so you've got that perfect trigger finger placement on it. I got into shooting these matches with my husband about 2 years ago. There's not a lot of women in the precision rifle sport, but it's now starting to grow. If you're new to the sport, I started with a 308. It is a lot heavier bullet. I think I was shooting around 2,400 feet per second. With Jake, I shoot a 6.5, he's a 6.5 Creedmoor, so I shoot the Hornady 140 grade. I prefer that round because it flies a lot flatter. You're not fighting wind as much as with a 308, and also muzzle velocity on this is around 2,800 feet per second. In 2015, Ashbury is building another rifle for me. It's going to have their own proprietary action on it. Again, it'll be alloy chassis. I think my rifle will be maybe a less of a pound. It'll probably weigh in like around 11, 12 pounds, and that's with optics and bipods on it also. So I'm looking forward to shooting the PRS season this year.
Hi, I'm Scott Peterson. I'm the Senior Product Manager for Bushnell Laser Rangefinders. We're here at the 2015 SHOT Show. And what I want to introduce to you today is the brand new Elite Connects rangefinder by Bushnell. The Elite rangefinder ranges out to 1 mile, plus or minus 1 yard accuracy, but that's not the cool thing about the rangefinder. This year we've incorporated a low-energy Bluetooth module that's going to talk with either a smartphone or an approved Kestrel device. When we're talking with a smartphone, we actually have multiple options we can do with this. We can range to an object. With the rangefinder, you'll see in the display the distance at within 1 yard. Also on the rangefinder, if you have a spotter, is going to get that same exact information on the smartphone itself. There's 8 preloaded ballistic curves. 2 of them are black powder, 6 are centerfire rifles. If you want to get a custom curve set up for your rifle, you come in and click on an edit ballistic curve on here, and you can enter up to 5 data points with your sighting distance for your rifle, telling you exactly what you need to be on target when you're ranged with that rangefinder. Once you hit that save button, all that data is now loaded in the rangefinder. You can leave the phone at home, you go out in the field or at the range any objects, you're getting the exact holdover in inches, MOA, or mils in the rangefinder, letting you know exactly where you need to be. On top of that, we have what we call an advanced ballistics mode, or AB mode, where now the rangefinder is going to wirelessly communicate with an approved Kestrel device with that Connects technology. So now you're getting real-time environmental data from the Kestrel device using applied ballistics engine, giving you wind corrections and holdover values, again in inches, MOA, or mil, based on what metric you want to use, what equipment you're running when the moment of truth comes to you. So Elite 1 Mile Rangefinder Connects by Bushnell. You can find out more about the Bushnell product family at bushnell.com.
6'5" guys again here at SHOT Show. We're at the NightForce booth. We're with Sean. So tell us, what is exciting for 2015?
Okay, we have several new scopes this year we're very excited about. First, our 4-16 ATAC-R F1 front focal plane rifle scope. 4-16 magnification range, 42 objective, kind of a small 7.62 gas gun, lighter weight kind of hunting gun, long range hunting gun, lighter weight tactical precision kind of rifle scope. 34 millimeter tube, just awesome glass, ED glass, something we brought out with the Beast 2013, first focal plane optics, kind of getting back into the game, so to speak. I had a lot of customer requests for it, something we've been trying really hard to do, but we want to do it right. The Beast obviously has a very enhanced feature set, purpose-built for extreme long-range shooting. A lot of customers gave us feedback that maybe a little too much for what they need, so we wanted to simplify a little for the average consumer, the modern tactical or long-range rifle shooter. So, 4-16, 5-25 as well. On both of the ATAC-R first focal planes, you're looking at capped windage, a higher speed adjustment, 30 minutes or 12 mils per rev, side adjustable parallax, obviously. New this year for these scopes, we've added yardage or meter markings on the parallax, digital illumination, integrated power throw levers. I mean, really these scopes have about every feature we thought we could throw into it. and really give something for that PRS competitor, for that guy that has a 300 Win Mag, a 308, or 338. It's really wanting to push the limits. That just all around great packages. So 4 to 16, and then the 5 to 25. What really I think everybody's excited to see. You know, 34 millimeter tube again. Just a beautiful piece of glass. I mean, it really is something we're very excited. It's almost a given that we're expecting it to do well, just because it's the scope everybody's been begging us for. So.
Yeah, I can tell you a lot of people are in our circles. There's a lot of buzz around that scope.
Yep. No, it's like I said, we already had a ton of people coming by wanting to see it, and ever since we kind of quietly let the word out, just a tremendous amount of feedback on this and the 4 to 16.
Well, hey, thanks a lot for that overview.
Yep.
And giving us some time with you here.
Certainly, no. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Hi, Reed with US Optics here, SHOT Show 2015, here to talk to you guys about what we have for precision long range. Starting on your right here, we have our ER25. It's a 5 to 25 variable magnified scope. You get a full 26.5 mils of travel inside the scope, which is plenty for you long range guys out there. Moving over here, we have our LR17, which is a 3.2 to 17 power optic. With a 30 millimeter tube, it gets slightly less travel than the ER25, but for most of you, I think it'll be more than enough. Moving farther, we have our MR10, which is a 1.8 to 10 power optic. All three of these optics are equipped with our EREC knob, which is a famous knob that allows you to reposition your erector independent of your knob. So that allows you to actually dial in the, or I guess rather dial out the wasted travel in your scope that's inevitable when you mount your scope and zero it. Those are the three optics that I believe you long-range precision shooters should be into. New for 2015, we've got our H37 reticle. It's absolutely designed for the long-distance shooter, and I definitely recommend you check it out.
Hey, I'm Mark Borman with Vortex Optics here with 6.5 guys, talking a little bit about our Razor HD Gen 2 4.5 to 27 by 56 and 3 to 18 by 50. You know, long-range shooting is getting exponentially more popular, and these are two fantastic scopes to accomplish all your long-range shooting goals. They're built on a 34 millimeter tube. You've got in excess of 100 MOA of travel, and optically, they're about as good as it gets. First focal plane, glass-edged reticles. You've got illumination is integrated into the left side of the turret housing. You just pop that out, access your preferred setting, lock it back in, you're good to go. 11 intensity levels, an off position between each. So if you know you want to be on a preferred setting, it's just a click away. Pop up and down, locking turrets. So when you are going to dial elevation, just pop the turret up, dial how much elevation you need, lock it back down, you're good to go. So yeah, if you're looking for a long-range precision shooting optic, look to the Gen 2, 4.5 to 27 by 56 or 3 to 18 by 50 from Vortex. For more information, you can check us out at vortexoptics.com or call 800-426-0048. You know, I almost forgot, you know, long-range shooting, you need to be able to see those targets not only through your rifle scope, but with a spotting scope as well. And this is our Razor HD 20 to 60 by 85, optically about as good as it gets. Comes with a solid eyepiece here, dual focus, and there are accessory eyepieces available where you can get an MOA or mill-based reticle, as well as a long extended eye relief eyepiece. So if you're looking to enhance your shooting experience at the range, take a look at the Razor HD.
Hi, my name is Jeff Huber with HPS, the importer and distributor in the United States for Kahles Optics. Kahles Optics are 100% made in Austria, and we have a variety of new products for 2015. One of including is our 2015 K624i, a 624 by 56. We have a new knurling, we have a new pattern, upgraded design 100% from the mechanics all the way through to the optics. It's been a very popular model that's lightest weight in its class, has the largest field of view, including the largest eye box. New for 2015, we've added the new MOA-K, which is an MOA-based reticle and MOA-based turret. It has 34 minutes in one revolution, which gets a 300 Win Mag approximately to 1,500 yards and beyond, and allowing you to pretty much get as far as you need to shoot within one revolution. If you need more, of course, it reads 1-to-1 up to 88 minutes, so you never have to count or add in your head. The reticle is shown here behind me on this board, and it has 1 MOA increments. The longer lines are 2, and then the 5 MOA increments are listed as well. It has a half MOA break in between the center dot, and then we just believe it's really going to be a very popular reticle. Here at the show, it's been getting rave reviews, and everyone that's looked at it has been very impressed. Continuing with the 6-24 in 2015, we have an addition of 2 new mil-radian version reticles developed by Shannon K at K&M Training Facility. Shannon developed the SKMR for Shannon K milling reticle. We're very proud to be associated with Shannon and the K&M shooting team. Also, his team will be shooting our products sponsored in 2015 in the majority of the PRS matches. This is the SKMR Basic, or the SKMR 1. It has whole mil-radian increments, but also it shows all the 2/10 mil-radian increments. At 3 mils, it shows 1/10 mil-radian increments for more finite ranging and spotting of your shots. It's a very simple but clean reticle and advanced at the same time. Second to that, we have a SKMR2 reticle. It's very, very similar. It does not have a center dot. It has a solid crosshair, and it has a Christmas tree type design in whole mil-radian increments, still showing 2/10 mil-radian. And it gives an option for the shooter that really likes the ballistic or Christmas tree type reticle for holdover rather than dialing your elevation. We're very excited about all the new features with the new 6-24 and our other new products, and again, very excited to be working with the K&M shooting team and also our other sponsors that we're working with here in 2015.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Connor with Leupold and Stevens. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about long-range shooting and some of the optics that Leupold offers for those sports. So we're going to start out with a Mark 6. This is a 3-18 scope. It's an excellent small scope for maybe a 308 gas gun for different distances, shooting maybe out to 800, 1,000 yards. This is a special scope simply because of its length. It's less than 12 inches long, which makes it a very nice size for smaller gas gun rifles, smaller bolt rifles. You get a 3-18 magnification, 44 millimeter objective, 34 millimeter main tube for a lot of travel. You have pinch and turn adjustments on top for locking down. It won't turn unless you pinch the 2 sides together. It has a 0 stop. It gives you 2 full revolutions, 10 mils per revolution for a full travel of 20 mils of elevation. And it also has an elevation counter, so the pin on the top of the adjustment pops up once you go past 1 revolution, in order to let you know that you're on your 2nd revolution, you're past that first 10 mils. It does come in an illuminated model, but most of the models are going to be non-illuminated. All of the reticle selections in this particular scope are mil in order to match up with the mil adjustments on top, which are 10th mil. So you've got mil adjustments, you've got side focus, you've got a lot of travel in 34 millimeters. This is going to take care of a lot of that medium to long range shooting that you're going to do. Retail on this is about $2,600. If you want to reach out a little bit further, we have the Mark 8 line of scopes. This is an 8-to-1 erector system. This model happens to be 3.5 to 25, 35 millimeter main tube for a little bit more adjustment travel. Same pinch and turn adjustments that gives you that 2 full revolutions for 20 mils, pop-up 2nd revolution counter. Side focus again. This one happens to be also illuminated. Same mil-based reticles for mil consistency, and again 30.5 to 25 power. So this is going to be more for like a 338 platform, shooting out past extreme range distances, maybe out to 2,500 meters. Great scope. This is going to retail in the neighborhood of about $4,400. If you're not ready there, a perfect way to go would be something in the VX6 line. This is again a 6-to-1. The first 2 scopes were front focal plane. This is a rear focal plane scope. If you're not range estimating or range compensating with the reticle inside the scope, rear focal plane is fine. You can do everything that you can with a front focal plane with a rear focal plane except those 2 things. So rear focal plane will work. You have the VX6 line. On the top end, we have a 7-to-42, which is really kind of an F-class magnification range, but also excellent for extreme long-range shooting. You can get this scope with a CDS, the custom dial system. So we send it out with a dial on top, but then you call in and you give us your ballistics, and we'll match the ballistics to the dial on the scope and then send you a new dial. Side focus. This line does come in illuminated, not in this particular magnification range, but we go into the 4 to 24 and the 3 to 18, which are also excellent scopes for long-range hunting and shooting. And these scopes are going to range between $1,000 and about $2,000. So between those three scopes, you've really got a great long-range shooting package, and you can, based on your dollar limitations, you can make a choice and really come up with a great shooting system.
I'm Adam from Mile High Shooting Accessories. I'm just here to show you a few products that we have today. We'll start out with the Accuracy International AX Mark II chassis in pale brown. This you can get basically in a 308 model and a 338. The 338 has a 16-inch forearm tube. The 308 has a 13-inch forearm tube. This is Accuracy International's new paint. It's just pale brown. As you can see, it has the AX look, but as of last year, they changed it to have the skeletonized butt stock here, which allows you to fold the stock, and it'll actually come around and it'll capture the bolt handle right here. Also, the skeletonized butt stock, it'll allow you to adjust the length of pull. So you can set it to whatever length you need. Some guys change it constantly for whatever shooting style that they're doing. If they're shooting prone, they're shooting off of barricades or setting. So you can adjust that just with the turn of the thumb wheel there. Also, you can set your butt pad to whatever angle you would like. You can raise it up. If you have a high comb with a high mount or something like that, you can raise it, lower it, however you want to set that, and tighten it down just with the thumb wheel as well. Also on the other side, same for the cheek weld. Loosen that, and you can set that to whatever height you want it. So it gives you an extreme amount of adjustability for whatever you want. Whatever system you're running, it gives you that ability to do that. Also, you have a butt hook right here. So when you're in the gun, you can grab your rear bag and pull the gun right into your shoulder. You can take that off if you're a guy that likes to run a monopod. You can take that off, put a monopod on there, and you can run it however you want. This is the main change from the old AX to the new. Past that, from here forward, it's generally the same. They changed a couple things. It now allows a dual trigger to fit in on your Remington 700. Timneys, they've machined that open so that you can fit whatever trigger you want in there without having to modify it. You can also get a 5-round mag or a 10-round mag for the chassis. A lot of competition shooters are running the 10s, but if you do take it hunting, something like that, or you're just testing, you have the 5 rounds so it doesn't stick up as much. So next I have the AT chassis, which is based off of the Accuracy International, the AICS chassis. They've taken it and added a few new features to it as well. This is the folding version. It folds to the right instead of to the left like the AX that I just showed you guys. So your bolt handle comes to the right, of course. Anyways, the new features on this guy is they changed the bottom, which used to be an old Freeland rail. Now they've went to their key slot system, so you can run a Picatinny rail or flush cup, whatever you want to run. You can run it off of that key mod or the key slot. It still has the same spigot adapter in the front, so you can run your Parker Hill, Atlas BT19s, anything like that. They didn't change anything there. They went to all flush cups instead of HK hooks. Also, they recessed the button on all of their new chassis. So on the old one, it would catch on things, stuff like that. That gives you just a recessed button to push. It's still very easy to manipulate. No problems there. They also increased the recoil lug area, because everybody nowadays has large recoil lugs, oversized recoil lugs. They made that a lot larger to accommodate for that. Also, they went to a pistol grip instead of the thumb hole, which a lot of guys are really liking over the thumb hole. It's kind of a personal preference. Just depends on the shooter. Last thing, they incorporated a night vision bracket into the chassis. So all you have to do is get the night vision bracket, you screw it in here with 2 screws, it locks on. It has a 20 MOA rail on that, so it co-witnesses with the 20 MOA rail that's already on your rifle. All right, so what I have here is the Accuracy International AT. As you can see, it doesn't have a barrel on it. I'm going to demonstrate how easy the barrels are to change in and out, so you can go from 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, 260, whatever caliber you want to run. So what you need to do is just grab your barrel, slide it in, tighten this down. What you want to do is you want to just tighten this down until it seats against the receiver good and tight. So you can do it with a hand tight, or you can use a spanner wrench, which the flats are cut on the barrel for. Okay. What I like to do is I'll grab a hold of the gun and I'll give it a good snap, and that's generally sufficient enough. And then all you have to do is you can take a torque wrench or a regular Allen wrench, but I prefer a torque wrench. And you want to tighten this down to roughly 65 to 75 inch-pounds, depending on what works for you. That's all you have to do. Now at this point, you cannot screw this barrel out at all. It takes a lot of force to take the barrel loose, to even get it to budge. If you want to change it, then all you have to do is, again, just loosen the barrel, or the torque. Now you can grab that and just spin that out. You gotta loosen the screw all the way. So, and then you can screw that out, change different calibers. As I went over on the chassis, they've upgraded the AT as well, to the point of where you can add the night vision to the chassis. It also has the side plates. Here you remove those 2 screws, you can add basically a key slot plate, so you can add Picatinny rails to the rifle. So if you're running night vision, then you can run an infrared illuminator or something of that sort. Also, you can get the ATs in a folding or a fixed stock. The fixed stock does save you a little bit of money. Just depends on what you're looking to spend. The AT is a very budget-friendly rifle. Basically, you can have one of these, which we have in stock, in a short amount of time, as opposed to having a custom gun built for the same amount of money. So, AT, it's a great gun.
Hi, I'm Austin Wilcox from Kestrel Weather Meters. I'm here to talk to you about some of our products we've got new for the show. A lot of shooters have been using our Kestrel meters for years, especially some of the base models, the 35, the 25. These will measure your wind speed, your density, altitude, heat, temperature, pressure, humidity. Great units, rugged, waterproof, durable. In the past couple of years, we've been pairing with a couple of partners at Horus and Applied Ballistics. So we've got units now that have the ballistics calculators built right into the unit. Again, we partner with both Horus and Applied Ballistics. So these units will be measuring your environmentals, your wind speed, your wind direction, inputting that information into the ballistics calculator that's on the unit. So you type in your gun, you type in your load, your muzzle velocity, some of that information, and it'll give you your hold directly there on the unit. You don't need to use a PDA, you don't need to use your cell phone or have extra units or things to track batteries on and keep track of that with. It's all in one unit, always ready, rugged, and dependable. New product for the show here this year, we're launching, called the Sportsman. We have a lot of people who are long-range hunters. You know, they're not shooting 1,500 yards, they're not shooting 1,000 yards. It's more in the 500-600 yard range. And the price point for one of our full-blown units is a little bit high for them. So this one comes out at a $399 retail price. And it's got a ballistics calculator built into it, same like the other units, but it ranges out to about 800 yards. So a little bit shorter range, lower price point, more accessible for the hunter and some of the intro target shooters that aren't ready to fully commit to the full-blown AB or Horus units. We also have some new products here. These launched about 2 months ago, called the Drops. These are data loggers. They'll read temperature, pressure, and humidity and they're Bluetooth enabled, so they'll talk with an iOS device, iPhone or a tablet. So when you're within range, they'll feed live data to you. We're working with the guys at Applied Ballistics to sync this up with their phone app, so their $30 Applied Ballistics app. So you can hang one of these units up, it'll drop the data right into your Applied Ballistics app on your phone, and the windage is up to you, but that gives you your hold right there without an extra unit. You can also use them for reloading. Guys that want to make sure the humidity when they're reloading equals where they're shooting. Add it to your tree camera stand, so now you can get temperature and pressure right there with your tree camera. A lot of guys that have hunting dogs and they're stripping these around the country. You can track what the conditions are for your dog when they're in the airplane. Service dogs, things like that. People want to have those as well, so you can put it in your truck and you know what the conditions are for your animal. So a lot of great applications for the outdoor market. We're really excited. These are also waterproof, drop proof, same as the rest of the Kestrels. All right, thank you.
Hey folks, Ray from Thunder Beast Arms here. We're kind of known for high-end precision suppressors. This was pretty much the industry standard for a long time. 30 CB9, titanium, mag-rated, 16-ounce suppressor. Really proud this year to bring in the Ultra Series. The Ultra 9, same suppressor is now 4.5, 5 ounces lighter and 4 to 5 decibels quieter, rated down to 300 rum, 20-inch barrel. 2 inches shorter, 9.5 ounces, Ultra 7. The Ultra 7 is quieter than the CB9 or the 30P1 at 9.5 ounces. Pretty impressive. Don't even feel it on the end of a precision rifle. We're shooting 13 to 15 pound guns. You put 9.5 ounces on the end, we don't even know it's there. 300 Blackout's been super popular. Everybody wants a really short can for hunting. We have the Ultra 5, 5 inches, 7.4 ounces, about 25 decibel reduction on a 308. So on a 16-inch 300 Blackout or something, it's pretty awesome. It gets us down to that high 130 range in dBs. We got lots of guys asking for this for hunting, really only taking 1 shot, maybe 2 shots. Don't want to bother putting in earplugs, want something as short and light as possible. So the new Ultra Series, we've really raised the bar in what's available for precision suppressors. This will get a 308 down to 131, 132 decibels. That's pretty impressive at 11.7 ounces. So come check us out, check out the webpage. Any questions, give us a call.
Hi, this is Tony Burks with Tab Gear. Let's talk about a few of our products today. First thing that's been very popular is our bullet binder. It's a ammo management system that we are currently producing. It was developed by a guy by the name of Jeremy Bentham, and we're making it for him under the Tab Gear name. Got a bungee closure system if you open it up. Then you've got a clear window for a data book cover, data book information. It's got 40 rounds, loops that keeps each round segregated so the bullets don't touch. It's got hard plastic sides so it protects everything. It's got a loop Velcro on the spine so you can purchase name tapes so you can put the caliber on there and keep them segregated so it'll hold 40 rounds. Second product we'll talk about is our new rear bags. This is our standard rear bag that we've sold thousands of. We've had a lot of demand for a larger rear bag recently, so what we've come up with is our large rear bag. It's the same exact width as our standard rear bag, but it's 2 inches longer. So it gives you another height advantage there. Again, you have 3 different heights on this large rear bag. You've got the flat side, you've got the short length side, and you've got the tall side. You can carry it like this to secure it as you're squeezing it. You can take your bipod legs and run it up through there to use it as a barricade. Okay. We've also had a lot of demand for our rear bags, the small and the large, with a zipper. So you can carry a spare rear bag in your pack. It compacts down nice and small. If you need an extra bag, you simply fill it up with dirt or rocks or anything you see on the field. The way you would secure that is you take the bungee, run it through the pull carry, pull it back over on itself, and then that will secure the bungee down. Well, there you go. There's some of the new products that we're debuting at the SHOT Show.